why we didn't win. There's a portion of my book that's coming out, Room for Greatness, that talks about doing an autopsy on your failures. Because a lot of times what we do is, Eric, you take off failure, shove it in the corner and say, I failed, I'm not going to do that anymore. Pull it out, lay it on the slab, and let's dissect it so we can understand why I failed. Because sometimes the why is all you need. Not even whether you won or lost, but why. Exactly. I'm a huge basketball fan, and personally, I wanted Boston to take it off.
Yes.
That's just wanted Boston to take it off. And I saw Doc Rivers when they lost Game 7 in LA. He walked over to Phil Jackson, shook his hand, and he leaned over. There was no sound because everybody was screaming, they were dropping banners. He's standing in confetti. Standing in confetti on the opponent's court while they celebrate. Kobe Bryant's on top of the scores table doing the moonwalk and all this crazy stuff. He leans over and whispers in Phil Jackson's ear, next time. I went crazy. To me, that was worth the fight. Because he could have been bitter, he could have been frustrated, but he leaned over and let him know, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to take this, and when we start training camp, just a few months from now, this is going to be my fuel to get back to this level of competition again. Because it's not so much whether you win or lose, it's the lessons that you learn in the process. Now, on your form, I did kind of fill in the blanks, just so kind of keep us a little bit engaged. And I want to give you some of these answers and talk about these. There will be two sides to obtaining true success. There's a creative side, and then there is a critical side. There is a creative side and there's a critical side. Now, we love talking about creative side. That's your dreams, your passions, your goals. Those are wonderful things. Those are the things that you dream about. Those are things that you feel you're led to do, if you will, however you want to word that. But then there's something also called the critical side. The critical side is just as important because the critical side entails the formula, the procedures, the process. The formulas, the procedures, the process. It's a very novel thing to want to do something, but you have to know, as Azra said earlier, what are some of the struggles, what are some of the oppositions you're going to take? You're going to hit it now. That's why it's great when I bounce ideas off of Sharice, because I'll say something, I'll say, you know what, I want to do this, this, this. And she'll say, okay, that sounds great, excellent, baby. So what type of permits do you have? I was worried about permits. Let's just get it done. Well, see, that's going to be a source of opposition later. So the sooner we think about it, the better off we're prepared. Because everyone loves to talk about that critical side, but excuse me, the creative side. But very few people are prepared to discuss the critical side, and that's where you start getting what's called constructive criticism. Because if you want to talk critical stuff, you want to talk to someone who's going through the processes that you're going through. We're looking at a building to rehab in Ohio for an empowerment center. I need to talk to people who've done that type of thing so I can at least get an idea of what to expect. What's coming down the road and around the corner that I can't see because of my optimism. Because sometimes your greatest optimism can be your greatest ignorance. Because sometimes we're too stubborn to see that that's going to take a little bit more work than we're prepared to invest in. So there's that critical side, then there's also that creative side. When distant